We are here at the Cookout where we are joined by your favorite artists. And today we have a very, very special guest, one half of one of the most successful bands out there, multi platinum, Grammy Award winning. We have Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots. Welcome.
What's up?
Not much, man. It is a cookout, though. So you do have to bring some food for us to enjoy. So what would you bring? Is there anything special you can make? Or maybe you could just pick it up on the way, but you got to bring something.
Man, at a cookout, I would bring a hamburger, but I would need somebody to bring some buns, uh,
Okay.
because I don't have those.
All right, so you'll bring the hamburger meat. We'll just have
Yep,
to get the buns. All right, we can do
yep.
that. It's a
Okay,
collective
cool.
effort, so we'll work it out. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got a brand new album, Clancy, that just dropped. Uh,
Yeah,
I know it's part of a series, and I know a lot of it's kind of open for interpretation. But what can you tell us about the story of Clancy and how this all falls in with the story you've been telling since like Blurry Face?
yeah, um, yeah. This story goes back quite a bit, which I guess I would say starting off, we've yeah, Tyler and I love music, the idea of storytelling as well, and I think we've both heard albums that are very specific to a story, and we both really wanted to make sure that that wasn't, understanding or knowing this story wasn't a prerequisite for liking our band. So we really try to write songs that we both enjoy and enjoy listening to, and more importantly, our parents could pick up and listen to and not have to be like, well, what's the whole storyline thing? I don't really understand it, so I can't listen to the album. It's
Mm.
not supposed to be that. I think that these every album should be listened to whether or not you know the story. Now, if you want to get more deep into it, you can, and it really goes back a long time. I think kind of the kind of whole thing started really when or at least for me, when Tyler and I met, and we were kind of just having conversations about life and music and vulnerability and insecurity, and then arose some characters based off of these things, and throughout this story uh, has had a lot to do with the antagonists of this story that really kind of encompass kind of insecurity, and this kind of like battle within the mind that we all have to some degree or another. And this album kind of uh focuses more on the protagonist of this story, um named Clancy, who's a character that has been around, but you just don't know a lot about, and has kind of uh learned what he's capable of, and is now kind of like in the closing chapters of this kind of battle. So that's, I think in a nutshell, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it's about.
So it can be enjoyed on all levels. It's not like the Avengers where you have to watch every single show and movie to know what's going on. You can still enjoy it if this is the first album you've heard.
Yeah, pop in and enjoy some songs, and don't worry about the rest unless unless something strikes and you want to dig into it a little bit.
Okay, so there's more for you if you want it there, but you can enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So this is an end of an era, but you did say it's not like the end of the band. So what does this like closing chapter mean for you guys as a band, and what's coming up next if this is the end of this era?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this story has kind of been unfolding for a while, and it's like a TV show. You can't just keep it going forever. I think it's like there is an ending point for any story, and I think for us, having conversations, how long do we want to draw this out, and keep it going, and it kind of feels like it's about time to kind of like move on from that side of storytelling. I think there will always be things to be inspired by, and create from. But this point of view, specifically, I think is kind of, nearing an end.
For sure. But we're still in this era because you got the tour coming up this summer. Uh,
Yeah,
Talk about how you guys have been preparing for that, and let's do like a couple. Let's do some tour predictions. Like, what do you think will be the most fun song to play, and what do you think will be the hardest song, the most difficult song for you to play on tour?
that's a great question. I think preparing for a tour is a lot of conversations, and Tyler and I were on a Zoom with our lighting director yesterday for 4.5 hours.
Oh,
Um, and we still got a couple months until this tour, but that's there's more of those Zooms to come. Um, but I think that we like to try and be as prepared as possible. And the sooner you can start talking about that stuff, the more ideas happen, and it's good. I think that's really how we kind of prepare, is just having as many conversations as possible with as much creative allowance
yeah.
between each other. Um, I'm looking forward to eventually playing a song called Navigating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that will probably be one of my favorites to play, and maybe it could be the hardest one too.
Ooh,
There's a lot of fast hi-hat stuff on the drums,
yeah.
um, which I enjoy. I enjoy a challenge when we're playing live. So I think it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for this tour. Um, Starts in August in the US, and then we kind of really go around the world on this one.
Yeah, you're going everywhere. But one stop that looked pretty noticeable, the hometown shows in Ohio. You got like 3 or 4 of those in Ohio. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing you guys are gonna do something special for the hometown folks. But where do you rank yourselves as like best things that have come out of Ohio? Are you guys like you think top 5, top 3, top 1? I mean, you can.
Oh man. Um, but man, you would have to ask a third party person on that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so like I don't know. Wendy's started in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow, okay,
So how can you compete with Wendy's? They got the
they're
junior
up
bacon
there.
cheeseburger. So that's definitely up there. Yeah, you got some clothing brands have come out. So yeah, I don't know. I would say we're probably number one.
After all that, it goes 21 Pilots and then Wendy's, and that's the list. And
Yeah,
LeBron
that's
James
the list.
somewhere.
That's it.
We wish you nothing but success on the tour, man. Looking forward to all those shows and seeing everything out there. And hope you guys have continued success out there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh,
No,
LeBron James too.
yeah,
LeBron's
yeah,
from,
that's just what I was saying. LeBron, he's in there for somewhere.
but maybe he's like right under Wendy's. I don't know.